Dear Liberal Party of Canada, there's a pissed off Canadian here. Now I recognize that most of you probably don't know who the heck I am, and that's just fine. Let me introduce a couple of points about myself. Number one, I'm a veteran, so already you can tell that I hate your guts. Thanks for all the unfulfilled promises. Number two, I'm a gun owner. So I would really appreciate someone from the Liberal Party getting back to me on this one and telling me exactly why I should vote Liberal in the next election coming up. First of all, I saw your happy clown doing his press briefing the other day, talking about how he's going to send in the RCMP to give me what they'll consider fair market value for my property. Because JT likes to categorize things as something he doesn't even understand by even his own admission. So he'll just let the police make the laws about our firearms and what becomes illegal, and thus what citizens become criminals and which ones don't. I don't know if any of you understand exactly what a police state is, but that part right there is verging on the first stage of that definition. So again, you have Trudeau up there talking about how he wants to take everybody's guns, their assault rifles, everybody's AR-15s, because that's the only one that really matters, right? So okay, for those of you who don't understand, and for those of you who are sitting back at home going, I don't know why anybody needs to ever own a gun in this country in this day and age. Well, that's okay, and you're entitled to your opinion. And hey, be happy that you don't understand why some people need to have that, for one, for protection, and two, for enjoying the great outdoors and doing some hunting, doing some trapping, and everything else. Because that's the way that this whole country used to be. And I'm not saying that I want to take us back to the 1800s, but I also don't want to lose strong traditions, and I also don't want to lose the ability to enjoy the outdoors with my firearms. Now, going back to exactly what Justin Trudeau says he's gonna do about sending the cops in to attain my property for a price predetermined by them, let me tell you something right now, Trudeau. All my guns start at $200,000, and that's the cheapest ones, and then the price just goes up from there. So I'm not exactly sure which ones you're looking at buying, but I hope you have your checkbook ready, son, because that's about to cost you more than healthcare does. Okay? You're not coming in and you're not taking our guns. That's just not going to happen. Here's what's going to happen, buds. You're out. You're out. Everyone's tired of your scandals. Everyone's tired of all of the stuff coming out about you seemingly every week. Your blackface stuff, which is the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen or heard of in my whole entire life. The fact that you're a feminist that runs women out of your cabinet for having integrity, that's a laughable joke on you, man. That's a laughable joke on you and your Liberal Party. And I know you're all scrambling to hold on to power, and I will remember exactly what you said in that little press junket that you held the other day. Liberals want stronger gun control, conservatives want weaker gun control. Well, the latter isn't exactly true. The conservatives are pretty much touting that our gun laws for what we need are actually fairly accurate. And if you take a look at all the actual statistics and you listen to all the police chiefs in the major cities across this country, you'll realize that that's actually an accurate statement. Because the gun laws that we have currently don't do anything to curb gang violence. Because as everybody knows, I'm not here to assault anybody's intelligence, but criminals, they don't follow laws. They don't go to the gun stores to get their guns. They don't file them legally with the RCMP and let them know what they have. That doesn't happen. So the only guns that this jerk-off is talking about sending in to get are guns from people who have owned them legally, sometimes for decades, and never done anything wrong with them in their whole lives. Because as soon as you get charged with anything of a violent crime in this country, the first thing that the RCMP does is come and take your guns. Some folks, I believe it's just the restricted, but I'm not exactly sure, but some folks who have their gun license get their name checked by the RCMP on a daily basis, just to be sure that they ain't jerking around that they're not a violent person. And as soon as we know or have any intimation that you might be a violent person, those guns get taken away from you. If the cops know you have them because you own them legally. However, what we see with all the shootings in the major cities right now, according to all the major city police chiefs, and I mean, I don't know who else I would listen to. I don't know why I would take Justin Trudeau's word for it when all the major city police chiefs are telling us a different story. Who am I going to listen to? Somebody who stands up there and spouts absolute nonsense and lies, by the way. But he's never coming to take our guns. So for all the guys out, people out there that think he's coming to take our guns, ha ha, ho ho, hee hee, it's not going to happen. We're just going to get either a minority government or a different government in the next upcoming election. That's what's going to happen. And even if this clown somehow stays the prime minister, he's still never coming for our guns because he knows that's political suicide. It's just never going to happen. But he just told people that so that the folks in the major cities who do have a gang problem and a problem with gang violence with firearms will all sit back and be like, well, yeah, that makes total sense because that's their world. But their world isn't the rest of the world. And one last point. When arguing firearm statistics, probably the stupidest thing you could ever do is start touting stories from the States. Unless we're going to incorporate the entire reasons of why schools and everything else are getting shot up in the States. And that's a whole different rabbit hole that we're not going down today. But we are not the States. We do not have school shootings or mass shootings on the scale of the States. No one else in the world ever comes close to those kind of numbers. So anybody responding to this, even the Liberal Party of Canada, which, let's be honest, I'm only a veteran and making videos out in the middle of nowhere, not too many followers. What do you think the Liberal Party's chances are of giving a damn about me? Probably not too much at this stage of the game, but that's just fine. Anybody wants to answer me exactly what's going on with this next election with the Liberal Party platform and why you just keep alienating voters such as myself who are going to turn up to the polls every single time, that'd be a great question for you to answer. But anyways, folks, in the meantime, hold on to them guns, keep them oiled, keep them slick, keep your powder dry. Ciao for now.